actively hide all these problems. They just make the residuals disappear. And with the zero waste, we want the residuals molto visibili. Is that right? Molto visibili. Visibili.
Con questi rifiuti zero vogliamo che i risultati siano visibili, non nascosti.
I love the Italian language. It's halfway to a song, isn't it?
Adoro la lingua italiana, è metà strofa di una canzone.
You know, Giuseppe Verdi. Giuseppe Verdi. You know what Giuseppe Verdi is in English? Yeah. Joe Green. Joe Green. We're now going to listen to an opera by Joe Green.
La traduzione inglese sarebbe Joe Green.
Okay. On January the 23rd last year, Calabria in Tuscany launched a zero waste research center. It's very small. It's not as big as I would like, but it's a beginning. It's a beginning.
Il 23 gennaio 2010 Capannori ha lanciato una ricerca, diciamo, per il centro di rifiuti zero.
And what they're trying to do with this research center is to maximize the capture rates, that maximize what can be composted, what can be recycled.
E questo specchietto è proprio lo scopo.
And reused. They are trying to produce a directory of best practices. You know, where in Italy do you have the pay-by-back system? Where in Italy do you have economic incentives? Where in Italy do you have examples?
Dove in Italia abbiamo questi sistemi o questi esempi di riciclaggio?
You see, most people don't know there's very good things happening in Italy right now.
Molte persone non sanno che una buonissima cosa sta accadendo in Italia proprio adesso.
Find local uses for some materials.
Trovare degli usi locali per alcuni materiali.
Recommend better industrial design.
E raccomandare migliori progettazioni industriali.
Research for clean production.
Ricercare produzioni pulite.
So there are lots of things that we can do. And basically what we're doing here
Ci sono molte cose che possiamo fare.
is copying nature.
E quello che stiamo facendo è quindi copiare la natura.
Nature doesn't make waste because she has feedback mechanisms.
La natura non consuma niente perché non produce rifiuti.
So if you, in your body, if you produce too much of a substance,
Se nel nostro corpo produciamo troppo di una sostanza
which you're not using,
che non utilizziamo,
the next substance switches off the first step in its production. It switches it off. Incredible. Nature is very clever. But we're trying to be as clever with this research center. Now, what they did was to analyze the residual fraction in Capannori.
Hanno analizzato quindi questa frazione residua.
And this is the analysis
Questa è l'analisi
of the 17% that's left after 83% had been separated, composted, recycled, and so on. And you see the top one is textiles and leather, and they're looking for local uses for that. The third one is kitchen waste, and they're saying, well, we've got to educate the people better because some people are putting the kitchen waste not in the frazioni organico, but in the frazioni residuo. So better education. And finally, panolini. We need better industrial design. And this is a reusable.
Questo è un pannolino riutilizzabile.
And this father here, that's
Questo genitore,
tells me that it's as easy to put this panolini on his baby as the recycled.
sta dicendo che è facile utilizzare questo pannolino come tutti gli altri.
Io li uso, è vero, confermo.
You confirm it. Excellent. There's a good dad. Well done. I think he deserves it. In America, it costs between $2,000 and $3,000 to put a baby through disposable panolini.
In America costa su per giù 2.000, 3.000.
No, il risparmio, in 3 anni si risparmiano circa 2.000 euro.
Si risparmia circa 2-3.000 euro.
It's pay, poop, chop, pay, poop, chop, pay, poop, chop, pay, poop, chop, pay, poop, chop. Ridiculous. This costs about 40 euros. You make these 2 or 3.
Questo costa 40 euro circa.
Save a lot of money. So we've got the separation research facility now. Step 9. Step 9
Adesso andiamo al passo 9.
is better industrial design. This is responsabilità industriale a monte. We need 3 things.
Abbiamo bisogno di 3 fattori.
We need to design for sustainability. We need clean production. And we need extended producer responsibility. Examples.
Esempio.
First, in Ontario. In Ontario, they've been using reusable glass bottles for beer for 50 years. And they are recovering 98% of those bottles. Each bottle goes around 18 times. It's saving the company money. There's 2,000 jobs cleaning and collecting these bottles, and it costs the municipality nothing. Now, you used to have that in Italy too.
Una volta si aveva anche questo in Italia.
And we used to have that in England too.
L'avevamo anche in Inghilterra.
Now, here's a place that you could start. How many of your schools, locally, schools and colleges, are using plastic plates and plastic knives and plastic forks and plastic cups and glasses? How many?
Quante delle vostre scuole, diciamo in questa località, utilizzano piatti di plastica, bicchieri di plastica, coltelli e forchette di plastica?
That's crazy. If we got rid of those plastic things and had china, stainless steel glass, ceramics, then we would have more jobs. Instead of putting the money into a waste company to take this stuff to a landfill.
È una cosa pazzesca, se solo sapessimo, se solo non le utilizzassimo più avremmo ancora più lavori.
You put this money into Italian companies that can make washing machines and Italian people that need the jobs doing the washing up.
Utilizzate questi soldi per qualcos'altro, come per le lavatrici ad esempio.
Another example, this one from Europe, where the Xerox Corporation
Questo è un altro esempio.
is collecting old copy machines from all over Europe, taking them to huge warehouses in the Netherlands, stripping them down for reusable parts and recyclable materials. They're recovering 95% of the material in those machines. And it's saving them $76 million a year doing that. So this is a very exciting piece of information because it's not just Xerox, but every company, Toyota, IBM, Sony, the best companies are doing this.
Questa è una cosa veramente buona perché ogni compagnia sta seguendo questo esempio.
And it all come back to the same story.
E tutti ritornano, diciamo, sempre con la stessa storia.
It's saving us money.
Sta risparmiando soldi.
Just like the Panolini.
Come ad esempio i pannolini.
Think about it. How many people would even think today? How many young people even would think that they could save $2,000?
Quante persone penserebbero di poter conservare 2.000 euro in un anno?
Just by using reusable panel? They just don't think.
Solo utilizzando pannolini riciclabili.
It's not stupidity.
Non è stupidità.
It's just that we don't think about these things. We just don't think about
Solo che non ci pensiamo assolutamente.
Okay. Step 10.
Questo è il 10° passo.
Step 10 is a temporary landfill then for the biologically stabilized organic fraction, dirty organic fraction, and non-recyclables. And here is this temporary landfill. With all these things here, we're reducing every year how much goes into that landfill. Like San Francisco, we are.
Come ad esempio San Francisco.
So by 2020, we hope to have this down very close.
Dal 2020 speriamo di arrivare a un buon punto.
So what's happening in Italy? Where we already have 21 communities of Beppe. You told me this morning it's now up to 30 something?
Yep. 30. Yep.
So 21 communities, it's now 30 communities in Italy have embarked upon this zero waste. It's not many in the whole of Italy.
Non sono molti in Italia.
But you have to start, the Chinese probably, even the journey of 1,000 miles
Ma si inizia da un po', passo dopo passo.
has to begin with a single step.
piccoli passi.
I just heard a polar. 93%. That's probably one of the best in the world. I haven't heard any other
Credo
place.
sia il migliore al mondo, non ho mai sentito parlare di altri posti.
So this is the plan.
Questo è il piano.
And now back to the big picture. Remember at the beginning I said,
Che porta a porta è il trampolino.
Porta a porta is the trampolino to Rifiuti Zero, and Rifiuti Zero is the trampolino to sustainability. And so we need, in the whole of Italy, we need an institute which looks at zero waste and then links it to other aspects of sustainability. And we can link it to better industrial design, sustainable agriculture, sustainable architecture, and so on. There are many, many things that we can link to zero waste.
Ci sono molti di questi fattori che possiamo unire a rifiuti zero.
But we still have to fight over consumption. And I put to you that this is the biggest challenge that we give to our children today. The biggest question that we're giving them is how we are going to reduce material consumption.
Una domanda da porci è: possiamo contemporaneamente consumare dei materiali,
but at the same time increasing the quality of life?
e migliorare contemporaneamente la qualità di vita?
That's the challenge. I mean, it would be easy to, I guess it would be easier to do this and then do that. But
Forse sarebbe più facile separarli.
that's not going to be easy to sell, but this is going to be easier to sell if we can do it. And for me, the antidote to overconsumption, which is a life built around consuming a series of objects, is a life built around expanding human relationships. And now I began my activism in the 1960s in the United States.
Io ho iniziato questa mia attività
In the United States in the
negli Stati
60s.
Uniti,
With the Vietnam Peace Movement.
con il movimento di pace di Vietnam,
And we had a wonderful slogan in the 60s.
e avevamo uno slogan bellissimo:
Maybe you heard it. Make love, not war. You heard it. Make love, not war.
fate l'amore non la guerra.
Today, we have a war on waste.
Oggi abbiamo una guerra del consumo,
So we have a new slogan.
quindi
Make love, not waste. This is our new slogan. Make love, not waste. Now, no, most of you are not too young to make love. I was in the high school this morning. I had to be careful.
molti di voi non sono tanto giovani per...
But some of us are a little old to
Alcuni di
keep
noi
doing
sono un
this.
po' anziani per continuare,
So I tamed it down a little bit.
così ho cercato di modificare un po'
Make friends, not
per
waste.
amici non rifiuti.
Now, of course, he's on our side, or she is on our side. God disciples the devil burns. And I'd like to end with a little song.
E mi piace di solito terminare con una piccola canzone,
Because it's very important when we're fighting these battles. It's going to be a hard struggle to stop this cement kiln from burning Syria.
perché è molto importante quando combattiamo, diciamo, queste battaglie,
But the secret to winning
ma il segreto per vincere
is to have more fun than they do.
è divertirci più degli altri,
And you can have fun with this little song.
e ci si può divertire con questa piccola canzone.
We no ali inceneritori, no ali inceneritori, have seen the garbage that's a smouldering on the grate. We must stop incineration before it is too late. Unless we wish the dangers we had better separate, and we must do